second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going to try and throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
First down.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. Jackson not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
On 3rd down, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. He's airing it out for Williams. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Complete to number
Preston Williams. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up and now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
1st and 10.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Vita Vea able to record his 5th sack of the season.
A 7-yard loss.
Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Down right around the 25. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Flushed out right. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. So they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
After the interception, here's Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 25 yards that time. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
9 yards. It's 2nd down.
to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. To get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Let's go, boys. Let's go. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
To throw on 3rd down. Jackson steps away to his left. He'll have a first down past the 40. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. Throwing again, Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Forced out to his left. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Switch. Bang, bang, bang.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. There he goes right side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Tucker now to add the point after. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along?
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A loss of a yard on the play. It's now 3rd down and 4.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. The 20.
They ain't
10,
ready for us.
5, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chase Claypool with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from taking the lead. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point.
That's the score. Steelers 21, Ravens 20.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On second down, here's the option. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
To throw is Jackson on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards. Now it's Hines. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Jackson throwing on target to Brown. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. on 1st and 10. It's Jackson going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
You got to know as a quarterback that's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
48-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
23, the ball
A tackle credited to Deshaun Elliott, the safety.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His 19th touchdown now of the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Steelers 28. Ravens 20.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The end result, 21 yards. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end and went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 17 at the 33-yard line.
This is Hines. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Play action. It's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Tua sets up to pass it. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Chase Claypool, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He was looking for his running back, Nyheim Hines, but it's going to be 2nd down. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was a 3rd and long run, and to me, that was just a wave the white flag kind of a situation. Obviously, they don't want to risk the chance of throwing it downfield and risking a turnover in this section of the field.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 45, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Steelers take over
on fourth down. That turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 20.
On first down, Tagovailoa. And this is caught. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Makes the score Steelers 42, Ravens 20.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
They'll go again with Dobbins. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Third down.
On third down, here's Dobbins. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on fourth down tries. They're trying again. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Chase Claypool, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Buying time to his left. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
And he puts it through.
Makes the score Steelers 49. Ravens 20.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard line.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So that'll back them up 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Let's go, baby. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Let's go, defense. Hey,
Jackson. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams.
Jackson.
And now we're going to get a timeout.
To Preston
Somewhat
Williams.
pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided.
First down, Ravens.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. One last shot for Jackson. Flush to his right. Now a desperate. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
49.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Pittsburgh, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game.